Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're at in the world. It's your boy Blockchain coming at you with another Bitcoin and ETH update, and I'm going to take a look at a couple macro targets real quick from this last move up from yesterday's video, and then dive into a couple near terms to see exactly where potentially we could end up playing. So if you guys were able to catch the video yesterday, I did talk about potentially launching off right here in this zone, which is what we did yesterday. We're currently sitting at 71.19 with an impulse wave up. And how does that change our view? So we had a couple different views I was looking for yesterday, a couple different ways to play it. And one was whether we were going to get a quick drop down, touch this trend line, and then launch back up, or if we were going to launch off from here, which was right around 67.50, launch off from there to get a move up and then ultimately back down. So what does this change? So I was looking at this as a WXY in regards to this being a overall three-wave move up and done. However, with the way that this is formed out so far, I would be comfortable calling it this overall move a three-wave just because this last one is so small. So look at a couple different things, and either this turning into a WXYXZ or if this turns into another three-wave move up for a potential zigzag, in which that case I would still look at calling that a WXY for a move up. So where can this go? So what we're looking for is with this move, we're going to either see a three-wave consolidation. We should see somewhat of a pullback here in the near term. If we're going to see that and then get another push up, or we will get a five-wave move down, which would give us our C wave coming back down. So how we react right here, whether it's a three-wave or a five-wave, and the degree in which we pull back is going to be interesting. That's what we're going to want to look for. We do have a little bit of divergence printing on the RSI at the moment. I'm sorry, bearish divergence printing on the RSI, and that's going to be see if that will actually play out. But overall, the way that it's been forming so far, I'm looking at this as a ABC here for a internal wave for another push down to roughly around 6,500. Touch this trend line one more time and get one more push up, and then ultimately that should eventually finish off this correction. Not seeing any of this as an impulsive wave. I know I'm seeing a lot of 8,000 moves in which we can absolutely still get there. I don't know if we're going to get there from this move. We can if we get the zigzag. And, that can push us up to the 8,000. There's a lot of confluence in this particular area around the $8,000 range on a couple different levels. It is also the 618 of the overall drop down, which is a very corrective move. So we can definitely get out there. I've been seeing a lot of traders calling for 8K, and there is a lot of confluence for us to potentially get up there. It's just a matter of how we are going to get up there, whether we zigzag off here and come up, or we come back down, reset the RSI, just kind of like how we did right here. We were up on the RSI, we had the drop, reset it, and then got another move up. Ultimately, I think that's ideally the way that would play out, where we drop again, reset the RSI, and that's what we'd want to watch for, and then get another move up, ideally up to 8K. We can fall in this pocket. But if you guys watched the video yesterday, anywhere between this 7,100 to 7,400 is what we were looking for yesterday's video, and we definitely got there. Let me dive into the 15-minute real quick, just so we can kind of see a little bit more of the wave structure, and then I'll dive into ETH. So as we got up here at peak, so this is what I have as our five-wave move up for ABC. As we got up here, we did touch a typical extension for a five-wave move at the 2.236. The 3 was a little extended, so it makes sense for a really this ending diagonal where we kind of just roll over and kind of just fall off and to go into our correction, or that's when we're going to go into our five-wave move down. So it's all going to come into play right here in this particular area of we have you know, if we have a steep 5-wave move down, well, remember if it starts with 5, it ends with 5. We kind of already somewhat started with a steep correction on this particular one here. And really what that turns into, you know, we will see. I don't foresee this shooting up any higher, you know, quickly. I think we're going to consolidate for a little bit, and that will give us our next move. And what I mean by the 3-wave versus the 5-wave, I'll go and show you guys real quick. So 3-wave in which we would have a move down like that, back up, and then down again. And then that's ultimately where we would see our 5-wave move kick off from here, or you know, we can have our little bit of consolidation and then have our 5-wave move down to the downside. So that's what we're paying attention to at the moment. I was going to see how it potentially plays out, but so far, based upon the extensions, it looks like, you know, this one will be about done. We can still have a zigzag review trace from, you know, roughly 0.618, 0.5 in this particular area. We can even come back down, touch this trend line one more time for a zigzag, in which that could, you know, give us a pretty decent bump for zigzags like this. And then, you know, that could potentially get us back up to the 7,500, and that's what was the area in which we were looking for yesterday. So we'll see what this plays out to, but this is what I'm looking for here in the near term for Bitcoin. I just wanted to get you guys a quick update since we did have a reaction. We did get that pump we were looking for yesterday's video. So let's dive into ETH. ETH had a little bit more of an extension, a little bit more of a pump than what Bitcoin did. You know, we had an overextended 5th wave that got us almost up to the 3.618. This was, you know, for watching yesterday's video, we had a zone right here for 150, in which we did hit. And then we got our last pump to 155, which is the other zone we were looking for. Got a little bit of an overextension. But a pretty steep pullback from right here at the top. You know, we had that pretty decent bearish engulfing candle. And we'll really see what this turns into. This one seems a little bit more of a steep correction, but ETH tends to overextend a little bit more than what Bitcoin does. It sometimes has a little bit more of a volatile reaction. Obviously, we did break the trend line for this overall move up on the RSI. And, you know, we can see what that turns into, whether it's going to actually give us a little bit of a steeper correction to the downside, trail sideways. But similar thing for what I just talked about in Bitcoin. You know, how is it going to react from this move up? Whether, you know, we kind of trail sideways for a little bit, you know, we could get our 5-wave move down, or just an overall 3-wave in which we can potentially just kick off again and go from there. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. We know with ETH there's a little bit more of a potential for some ranging action, just because, again, like I said, it's a little bit more volatile than what Bitcoin is. So we'll pay attention to both. And if you guys are not a member of the Discord or my Twitter account, make sure you guys join those. I am able to get a lot more quick updates in those than what I can for videos. Gotta love that guy. But we were talking about, you know, really this whole move up yesterday. You know, where is it going to get up to? We talked about, you know, having some shorts, resistances. I'm able to give a little bit more of some TA in the channel where I post the videos. You get updates, so you can see, you know, right here, that's what we were calling for yesterday. For still looking for a further move down as we go through April. We'll see what that turns into, but make sure you guys join, follow the Twitter account, and hope to see you guys in the Discord.